Fuck JT.
What's up, niggas? Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? What?
Fuck JT.
You been on my dick, nigga. You love my style, nigga.
Fuck JT.
Fuck with your soul like ether.
Well.
Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly.
Lose.
I prove you lost already.
Brace
yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big. Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, floor style greetings. I embrace y'all with napalm. Blows up. No guts. Left chest, face gone.
Two, three, 4. Season 5. Even though I never live a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never live a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. So many people speaking speculations, no reservations until we end up face to face. Interrogation, your ignorant insinuations have got you facing an escalating situation. Your termination, switching to a different mode. You know the code, you know the show and how it go. I want your soul, you've been bold, but now it's time to fold. Situation getting hot, my heart is getting cold. Out of control, been exposed to so many types. Damn right, I wonder how they sleep at night. To be suffice, the ones that talk behind my back put on the act, and the ones that say it to my face put on their back. This reality and far from fiction, no contradiction. Refuse to lose or be a victim. Corrupted system, put my life on the line. Dear God, please forgive me for this life of mine. This life of mine. I never live a life of crime. Dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never live a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Guilty by association, incrimination. They fake, they hate, they can't relate. Ain't no relation, they treat me like I don't belong. Discrimination, they acting like I did them wrong. Accusations, I watch the world with wicked eyes. To my demise, a look that's so conspicuous I can't disguise. No mask to cover up my face, I can't conceal. Any time of the day, anywhere, any place, I show the real. No love between me and you, because you fake. I still fulfill the will to live. You sealed your fate, we've been lied to our whole lives. It's time to rise, you standing in my way, you die. No compromise, you supposed to be opposing me? Well, think again, in the end I still chose revenge. My only friend, now I see I am no longer blind. Dear God, please forgive me for this life of mine. This life of mine, I never live a life of crime. Dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Even though I never live a life of crime, dear God, please forgive this life of mine. In the past I was blind, but now I see. Dead or alive, I truly wonder what's worse to be. Look at this world that we living in, where men and women go to prison in, what we killing for religion in, and we sinning for these dividends. Look at this world that we living in, where men and women go to prison in, what we killing for religion in, and we sinning for these dividends.
Yes, sir. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, first of all, so we could get this thing going. Just let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? MD, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Somebody follow directions. All right, welcome to another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions. I am your boy Trevor, the heel minister, aka the shit starter, the troublemaker. So real quick, before I let anybody on the panel, I just want to review a couple of things. I want to review the show that we did last time, and peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to those of you who's in the clouds. Peace to the Straight Talk Society. You know, whoever else may come on and hear this thing. I want to go over last week's show before I let the panel guests on. So, the last show we did, I think it was 2 weeks ago, but it was just a whole conversation about a whole bunch of things, and we ended up getting into this conversation about black men. So I just want to say that I already apologized to those that I needed to apologize to, that I felt I needed to apologize to. So if anyone was offended by anything I said or you took it wrong, I guess I apologize. Hey, listen, man, it's like this. When I say things, and that's what you're going to get with me, it's a hit dog. If I throw a rock in the air and it hits you, if it hits you and you hollered, and you were hit. A lot of times people know when I say things, if it doesn't apply to them, don't let it bother you. Because when I speak, it may sound like I'm talking in absolutes, but I'm not. I'm normally talking to a certain set of people. So, like I said, I apologize to the people that I felt like I needed to apologize to. But besides that, hit dogs are going to holler. We had a tremendous conversation, though. I mean, it was lit, man. It was a lot of people in the clouds. There was a lot of people in the chat. And hopefully tonight won't be any different. So here's what we're going to do. Before I drop the link or anything, I got a couple of rules tonight. Yeah, you're talking about rules. It's the arena. We don't do rules here. We're going to have rules for this show. If you're coming over here to talk shit about anybody else or bring any drama from any other show, just stay where you at. This is not it. We're not doing that over here tonight. We're going to be specifically talking about this topic and whatever else we come up with. So leave that shit there. The type of conversation that we are going to have tonight is probably going to get heated. So this is what I ask my panel guests, anybody that will come on. Don't talk. I just try not to talk over one another. So if at least give somebody, if you get into an argument with somebody, which will probably be me, at least give that person like a minute, to get their point across uninterrupted. I mean, sometimes you will have some arguments, but we gotta have respect for each other's opinions. I'm all for the drama, but I also want people to be heard, because what we're going to talk about tonight is going to be very triggering. So that's my rule. Just if you get into it with somebody, just hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Because if I see it's starting to get too back and forth, I'm just going to mute you and let somebody, let the person get their shit off. Another thing, I know I got a lot of managers that's probably going to come on. Don't let anyone on the panel. I'll let them on. Like if you see somebody you want to come on, I'll let them on. So don't just let anybody come on the panel. I'll let them on. So besides that, so I was going to talk about something different tonight. We're going to touch on the unsocial side of social media. You may still see that flyer up. We'll do that eventually. But Team Arena, we claiming her. She hasn't officially joined Team Arena, but we claiming her. Juju asked me about a particular picture that was going around. I don't know where it's like how long it's been circulating or what. And when I looked at it, she was like, man, you know, we need to talk about that. I'm like, and when I saw the picture, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, that's right down my alley. So we're going to talk about the Rihanna and the A$AP Rocky picture that's on the cover of Vogue magazine. I think. How do I sound? Because I feel like I got so much bass going on in my headset. I don't know. Let me turn my bass down. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I don't want. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to come across like I'm like the sound of God on y'all. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the Rihanna and the A$AP Rocky picture. We're gonna talk about some other stuff because it's gonna bleed over into other things. And if anybody knows me, especially those of you from the Straight Talk Society, you know this shit is right down my alley, and it's gonna lead to other things. It's gonna lead to me saying other things, which may be taken as offensive, but again, hit dogs will always holler. If it does not apply, there's no need to take offense to it. And that's how that goes. So I'm about to drop this link. I sound handsome. How do you sound handsome? You're supposed to say I sound sexy. Like I could talk your clothes off later. All right, the link is in the chat. So whoever want to come on, y'all come on. Let's have this conversation. So at the onset, because I know a lot of people think they know what I'm going to say about the picture doesn't bother me at all. Because it's Rihanna. Rihanna's a billionaire. I'm assuming she makes probably 100 times more than her man. So that picture itself doesn't bother me. What the picture represents is the bigger issue to me. And I want y'all to come on before I start going. We, MD, Michael, Juju, GTO, y'all come on. What was that? Peace, Shalimar Zero. Hopefully me and you can have that conversation Monday on Champions Corner. Yeah, but it's a symbolism of the picture that is a little bit more concerning. Like I say, I don't have any problem with Rihanna leading her. I don't know if they're married, I don't know. But while he's holding the baby, and I have a problem with that. I really don't. All right, we got our first person. Peace.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, I don't have any problem with Rihanna with that picture because I know but again, like I say, it's the symbolism that it represents to me. So before I just go completely off the deep end and say something that probably going to piss somebody off, Juju, what you the one wanted me to talk about this? What's your thoughts on that picture?
I mean, I felt the same way. I didn't think it was that bad. It just, I showed you that picture because it's like everybody in the space was going crazy over it. Like, oh, it's this masculine demand. So I just want to see what you thought about that.
So what I did, and naturally, internet, a lot of times, as we see on YouTube, and I don't know how familiar you are with Twitter, the vocal minority is normally what we're judged by. So we're judged by the worst of us, which is normally the vocal minority. So I did see the question. I saw people just going off. And if you look at the thumbnail, you'll see the statue that I have next to the Rihanna picture. The reason I got that one is because an Israelite posted it. And it said, how do we start from here and ended up here? So that's the reason why I posted it, because that seemed to be the overwhelming response from a lot of men. Naturally the woman's going to say, I don't see anything wrong about it, blah, 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 blah. And again, in that context, in Vogue magazine, Rihanna is the star. Rihanna is the star. In my relationship, my wife is the star. She's a smart one. So I push her up front. But I can see how some people would feel a type of way. MD, how you feel about the picture?
Again, I second the sentiment. I don't see anything wrong with the picture per se. Like it's about Rihanna. It ain't about no damn that guy. You know what I mean? It ain't about him. You know what I mean? If you wanna try to objectify his position in the picture, that's a different story. With me, I'm not gonna objectify it because he got his child with him. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's some people have said it may have been a different story had not the child been there. You know, again, that's subjective. You know what I mean? You know, you still like nitpicking at the point, but the fact that he got his child with him, you know what I mean? The nigga just there. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
Okay, but doesn't that come off as a problem? Okay, here we go. Fuck it. I couldn't even get 20 minutes in before I had to do this, but doesn't that come off as the problem that he's basically just playing the ancillary role? He's basically playing the puppy in the purse, you know, the cute puppy in the handbag. He's just the showpiece. Like, hey, look, he's here. I'm here. I'm in the back. I'm the one watching the kids. You don't see it that way, huh?
I don't because he got his child with him. It'd be different if it was just him.
Are they married?
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe so.
Juju, you there?
No, they're not married.
They're not married.
Yeah. I ain't believe so.
And they're about to have another child too, right?
Yes.
I mean, fuck it. Let's just go into that. Why aren't they married? Are they engaged or anything?
Not that I know of.
So he's just okay with just being along for the ride.
Oh, damn. I see where it's going.
Let's talk about it. Hey, listen. Y'all asked me. I'm gonna tell you, I was not gonna do this show tonight. So we said let's go on and just
homosexual. Oh.
Let's go on and get it. So he's just happy to be. He's like homosexual. He's just looking for his next meal ticket, and he's an entertainer. So I'm assuming he.
Yeah, I'm assuming he got.
Yeah, it ain't like he ain't got no money.
Yeah, he got money,
but he don't have Rihanna fuck money though.
Yeah, he don't. You're right about that. See, and I think that put it in a different position. I would look more at it like in your position, Trevor. Why not get married? You know, you ain't got nothing to lose. It ain't like you gotta have a sign no prenup or nothing. You ain't got as much money as she do.
And
so you ain't got to worry about that.
And the thing is, she's a beautiful woman. She's clearly talented, and she has money. So I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to get married.
Well, okay, that's a problem too. You know, y'all don't know, but you're gonna know now. I'm really big on marriage. I'm not. You know, I don't push young people to get married, but I still hold to the traditional values, and I think marriage is the honorable thing to do, because let's face it, the nuclear family now is kind of taboo. Like, I mean, it's like people look down on marriage, and I'm just saying, like, if the shoe was on the other foot and he was the billionaire, do you think she'd be trying to push him to get married?
Absolutely.
So where's it? So you see the double standard though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he the one that knocked her up though, Trevor.
And I know he want to marry her. Come on. If
the shoe was on the other foot, financially, if he the one that knocked her up, you know, that's a different situation.
So what's your views on marriage though, as far as people not wanting to do it at such a high rate now?
Well, so I come from a community where a lot of people weren't married, but they were together for as long as I was there, like I was born. You know what I mean? I think we look more, to me, that now that I'm older, I look at marriage more as an investment rather than something that's bound by anything other than love. You know what I mean? So in a situation in our community where we ain't got much to begin with, where's the investment lie in marriage when you ain't got shit to begin with? You know what I mean? A lot of old heads, like Yanger's point when he was talking about it the other day. A lot of old heads just been together and stay together forever. You know what I mean? Their financial situation may cause them where it may put them in a disadvantage to be married. Like with joint income. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's more of an advantage to not be married. As long as you're together, you know what I mean? You got to look at it from that aspect.
So you look at marriage as solely a business then?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
And I've been married for 10 years, but I do see the business aspect in a marriage. But I also, you know, I mean, when I got married, I ain't had shit. So we had to get married.
I mean, yeah. Y'all got married for love. And I'm not saying that don't come to be. But what I'm saying is what it all is based on your outlook on how you looking at your future in terms of your financial situation. A lot of people look at their financial situation like, hey, it might not be a benefit for us to get married. You know what I mean? That joint status put you in a different bracket to where you're not, and like I said, might not be getting as much come income tax time. You know what I mean?
So
might not be getting a certain child withhold benefits if you joint status.
Juju,
A lot of folks don't want to mess that up.
Juju, I want you to hop in here, but I gotta ask MD a question. So just like, so what happened to just love and what happened to that?
Nothing happened to it. Now, like I said, these people still be together for 50 plus years and never been married a day in their life. They common law it like to the end. You know what I mean?
But I often talk about the American dream, and it's like, you know, the white picket fence and the wife and kids and stuff like that. And I know Black Son, I think no, it's Black Son and Yanga. One of them told me they was like that's like a thing of the past now. And marriages dissolve at a 50% clip now. So it's like you got marriages lasting like a year or two, you know, whereas grandma and grandpa was married for 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on?
You know as well as I do, society ain't what it was 50 years ago. You know what I mean?
Juju, what's wrong with y'all women?
Damn.
Why just gotta
let
be
me mute my mic.
Hold up now.
Where's GTO at? GTO will get shit. GTO will get, she'll get right at the gutter with me. What's your views on marriage?
No, I think marriage is important. I believe in marriage too, but I do understand what MD's talking about to an extent. Because just because I love someone, if we get married, are we gonna build or are we gonna stay broke? Like, how is our future looking? Like, it shouldn't just be based off of love. It should be based off of how is it going to increase us later on in the future for me, you, your kids. Like, what are we creating? Because there is a lot of people who's married and they have not created nothing in their marriage.
So you'd rather just stay with somebody and give them the benefits of being married versus
No. What I'm saying is, if you marry, right? I want to make sure we're building something. I don't want to just be in a marriage just to say I'm married.
I agree with that. So you would be, and this is all hypothetical. You'll just be okay with just dating all the time then.
Oh no, I don't want to date all the time. No.
So you do. And
yeah,
again,
I just want a marriage, but I just want a marriage
hypothetical.
with a stable person. You know, I don't want to just say I'm married.
What's stable to you?
Like, you know, somebody with ambition. You know, you want to marry someone who wants to grow, not stay in the same position forever in the marriage.
What if he only makes $35,000 a year?
I mean, that's all right. He's working.
What if you make more than him, which you probably will, because you black women are amongst the highest earners.
I don't care about who makes more. That don't bother me.
Huh.
Bullshit.
Get MD, get your ass back on here.
FD, don't do that.
I knew,
That's some bullshit.
I knew I was going to suck you back in. So
Yeah,
let's
I can't let you get away with that.
let's talk about it though. A lot of women in our community, and again, let this be the last time I say this. I don't look at like white people and stuff like that. I focus on our community. A lot of people in our community, the women make more. They're more educated. A lot of times they have better paying jobs, and a lot of men are uncomfortable with that. So what do you say about that?
I mean, if they uncomfortable, that's their business to fix that. I mean, I don't
Do
know
you
what
think-
else to say.
Do you think they have a reason to be uncomfortable though?
No, because if the woman is working hard to get in the position that she's in, how can you knock her down for doing that? If you work just as hard as she is, and you looking for the promotion you want, would you want somebody to knock you down?
I got to stop you there though, Juju,
Go ahead.
because you talking about see that's where we got to start thinking about, okay, when is the appropriate time to get married? Because if you ask me, you talking about building in a position where you want to be at. I think that should be done like before you get married. So if we get married and then you working yourself now promotions and stuff like that, that's different. But if you're trying to get to a certain spectrum of your career and you doing that while married, that's a fluctuating that's fluctuation within priority of who's on top versus man versus woman, right? So if I was to get married, it's gonna be like, okay, this your career, this my career. Let's build upon that, and then we budget appropriately. If I marry you and then you talk about, oh, you want to go to nursing school or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Then that's something different. Then I'm looking at it like, okay, it's a lot of situations where a dude will put a woman through school or whatever, you know what I mean? And then she'll go on top. I know one of my homeboys, he helped put his woman through school and she got her registered nurse, and then she dipped because he wasn't making enough money. You know what I'm saying? Like she climbed him.
But MD, what's the difference in trying to build before you get married? Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, what's the difference?
The difference is you ain't got no tether attached to either one of you. That's the difference.
So again, it's all about the business.
In an aspect, to me, yeah. Because you married. I'm not married. You married. You got certain shit you gotta deal with as far as tax filing, beneficiaries, all that type of shit. I ain't got to worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that you got to think about. Real talk. All I got to worry about is my kids. That's it. When I die to hell with you, as long as my kids straight, we in there.
And I thought I was going to be the one. I thought I was going to be the bad one tonight. But so hold on, because I want to unpack this. So you never dealt with a woman that you just was like, man, I'm just so in love with her. I'm gonna marry her.
I mean, I never felt like I needed to marry her because I didn't know what the potential was, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been in love with women. Yeah, of course. But that love was just based on me caring for her, wanting to help provide for her, the old cliche shit. But I never thought that in that aspect, I never thought about like real life shit. You know what I mean? What the pension gonna be looking like? I ain't think about stuff like that.
All right, if it get too personal, just stop me. If you have kids, right?
Yeah, I got 3 boys with the same woman.
With the same woman, and you never thought that to marry their mom?
Hell no.
What the fuck, MD? Like, why not? And I'm just, because this is just again, and this is strictly going. This is what I've always wanted. Like, my whole time coming up was always, I want to be married with kids, had a white picket fence. Like, that's always been my dream life. Real quick, before we bought our house, I actually drew a picture of me, my wife, and my daughter standing outside of a house with a for sale sign. Like, it was that intense. Like, that's the life that I wanted. So I'm just saying, like, the amount of men that we have, though, with your thought process, like, why? Fuck it, let's just bring it on here. Why is she good enough to have your kids, but not good enough to marry?
Again, I always say I had my kids in the midst of being a nigga. It was, so that was a different situation. You know what I mean? You know, yeah. Did I have some type of feeling? Hell, you could even say love for it. Yeah, of course I did. You know what I mean? But did I ever look and say, yeah, I'm gonna marry this woman? Not only because I may have somewhat of a twinkle of feeling for her, but the fact that she bared my children. Again, I'm going back looking at the real life aspect. Ain't no picture coming from her. I'm damn sure better off filing single. That's for damn sure.
Hey,
so what's the point?
One second, MD. Hey, Michael, hit that link if you can. But before you do, send the invite to our therapist friend and see if she could jump on, because I think she'll have a lot to say about this conversation. So again, and I get it, because some guys, they just like, okay, I could take care of my kids, like what I need her for. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I need to get married? Because every time I bring up, the mother of the kids and blah, 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 you always looking at the business aspect of it. So, okay, that's cool. Juju, not asking you personal, but would you, if you had kids with someone, would you expect them to marry you?
Absolutely.
And what brings that about? Why do you feel that way? You don't want to be single black mother, or you just feel like you don't want to have kids for somebody that's not going to be there?
Just it benefits the children, to just be together in the home. Why not get married? We're going to be doing everything a marriage couple do. So why not get married? Just a certificate with benefits that come along it. You don't really get benefits like that being a child's mother, sorry to say.
So what do you say to the amount of black women nowadays that don't want to get married? And I always say the reason they don't want to get married is because they never saw a good marriage in their home. That's just my thing. I always say, like, I always go back and I look at their childhood and I'm like, well, your dad didn't marry your mom, so you never seen what the concept of a good marriage was. So why would you want one? What do you think about that?
I think some of them do want to get married. It's just the selection. Some of them are picking, and then you have, a lot of the men that some of them might be messing with really wasn't marriage material to begin with. And then you have those who probably just don't trust it either. They don't feel that it's necessary.
Okay, so we go back to that, the whole marriage material thing, and I think you asked Blacks on this a couple of days ago, but why? And I hate to call kids accidents, but accidents happen. Like, why does it just seem like now we're just so willing to have like multiple baby daddies and multiple baby mamas? Like, sex is good. Everybody loves sex. Why not just do it? Like, why not protect yourself? Like, why bring the kids? Why are the kids always involved?
Ooh, that's the answer. I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, come on, man! I can't stump y'all this early.
I think the more logical question would be, who's initiating this unprotected sex? You know what I'm saying?
I would think both.
Hey,
I would
MD,
say
I'm gonna
both.
keep it a buck, man. G, I ain't trying to listen, man.
Because a
I
lot of men
know,
don't like
I know if you
condoms
leave it up to
either.
me, I ain't trying to wear no rubber. I won't even lie.
I agree. I agree. I'm just asking the question.
So okay, so do you think it's a woman's responsibility to make sure she doesn't get pregnant?
Yes.
See, that's
I'm just keeping it a buck. As a man, I'm saying, hey, I don't like condoms. I'm letting you know off the rip. But I'm not just doing one night stands off of no rubber like that. You know,
exactly.
You know, I'm a try to build some type of relationship before I get the courage enough to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as the woman, she gonna say, nah, it ain't going down like that. She got every right to do so, correct?
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Who is? Oh, if he
That's
was able
Mike.
to just come up on. All right, Michael. You ain't hear my rules earlier, but you gotta keep your shit to like a minute or so.
Hey,
Come on, man, try to take over the show.
Negro, that's your job.
That pull out, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I tried that, bro. I got twins out of it, bro. So hey.
Wow.
Michael, what's your idea? All right, I brought you in this thing, so here we go. What's your concept? What's your idea of marriage? Like, what's your thoughts on marriage?
For now, it's a waste. It used to be the shit. Now it's, bro. You remember that video I showed you, the '80s, right? Them ladies in the '80s.
Uh-huh.
Marriage died back then. We just didn't know. Like, marriage doesn't exist anymore. When we were little, when everybody was little, when we were in elementary school, women used to have this, oh, I want a guy that does this and he's sweet and he treats me like this. And guys were like, I want to, you know, take care of my woman and the picket fence and the house that I could try to build like Lincoln did and all that. But that shit died so fast as soon as you got some pussy, bro. Like it, I don't understand. No, I'm dead ass. Like I don't understand what happened to us. And you know what? I know everyone likes to fetishize the generation above us. I blame them. Because we never got our grandparents ingrained in our parents certain things. It was like, this is what you need to be a good wife. This is what you need to be a good husband. This is what you need to do to be a good father. But all we got was, you better not let that woman take advantage of you. So you better learn how to do this and learn how to do that. Or you better not let a nigga feel like he's in charge of you. You know, he don't run you, girl. You're going to get your own. And we made such hyper independent people that marriage is impossible. Like I was telling my friend the other day.
Wait a minute, hold on. So you're saying our parents instilled that in us?
I know everyone says that we're the generation, but we became this way because they failed at some things. They wanted to be so hard on us. We were supposed to be this. And then our generation decided we could do it better. And we didn't. So it has to go back. You blame the CEO of a company when it fails, right?
I agree with you saying.
You feel me? So it's on them. It's on them. Like people like to look at, my grandfather would do this for my grandmother, and it's like, yeah, because your grandmother shut the hell up and let him come home, and she wasn't texting him 15 times a day at work, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, but today, all right, I'm going everywhere. I will stick to this one thing. I was talking to a friend the other day who was telling me about, I think it was today. Was it today? It might have been today. About how Dwayne and Whitley in that TV show that we all love came together. Some people thought they were like the best relationship. Some people thought they were like this horrible relationship. And I really came to an understanding that marriage is just of two toxic entities that come together with their own their own purpose, trying to meld their purposes around each other to see what fits. And when you say it again?
No, I ain't saying nothing. I go, keep going.
When it can work, it's a beautiful thing. But I feel like it's impossible because men usually stay how they are and women never stay how they are. So even if you come together in 2023, by 2028, you're going to be married to a different chick and she going to be looking at you like you old and crusty. And it's going to ruin it. like there's no hope. Humanity's going down, bro. There's no hope.
All right. Juju, jump in there because I know you probably like what the fuck right now. Well, you called for Michael anyway, so you were the one. Where's Michael? Where's Michael?
Back them up by Juju. They're delicious.
She there?
I'm here. I actually agree with Michael, but you got to
thank
go
you.
over.
All right, Michael. So the whole genesis of this, well, you came in late. Hey, did you reach out to Mia?
Yeah, she ain't.
Okay.
You know her. She gonna get back to me in 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. The whole genesis of this was the Rihanna and ASAP Rocky photo on Vogue. In the beginning, I said and then we got to get back to it, but I said that I didn't see anything wrong with that picture, but there's a deeper the symbolic nature of it. It goes a little deeper. So what's your thoughts on that?
All right,
you could be as misogynist as you want.
I'm not misogynist. I'm logical. I am a sense maker. If you tell me something that makes more sense to what I'm thinking, I'll jump on your team. I'm an honest person. Now I'm gonna stick. The picture itself, it was nice, whatever. It was trying to focus on her. If it was supposed to all be about her, I don't really see a need for him to be in the picture. I feel like here's my problem. You remember that movie that came out, The Woman King?
Hey, bro, I gotta watch that movie before I say, because you know how I felt about that movie.
Yes. Now I saw the movie, and I had a friend who's a female who saw it too, and we had a discussion about it, and we came to the conclusion that it could have literally been called like The Warrior Queen.
Absolutely.
But they were trying to please and appease the way society is now. Just hey, look at this. That's all it is.
Hey, Michael, when I say that, I get crucified because everybody, oh, you're always looking into things so deep. I look at it like this. And as a matter of fact, one of my coworkers was talking to me about this yesterday. He was just raving about the movie. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. I said, it's probably a great movie. I just wish they would have called it like Badass Bitch That Kills Everybody or the Warrior or just something. And I asked him, he was like, well, why are you acting like that? I said, okay, let me give you one scenario. Whenever one of my friends has a birthday on Facebook, I always write on their wall like happy birthday king or happy birthday queen. What if for all the women, I just start saying happy birthday king? How do you think they're going to react? You're giving them a title that they have no fucking business having, and then you get mad at me for getting upset about it. You're just pushing this agenda that the black man again has to be below everybody.
Oh, I mean, I'd have hit that better, bro. You should have told him this. It was a man, right?
Oh yeah.
I'd have been like, "Are you a father, sir?"
He is. Got multiple daughters.
All right. I'd have asked him, how would you feel if you and the woman you were supposed to be with separated, and she went around and told everybody she's daddy now? She's their daddy and their mom.
1 second, Michael. Cliff, if you could hit this panel, please come on here.
Yeah, I agree with him. It did look like a lesbian.
I told Black Son. Funny. Black Son, you in the chat. I told you I was going to bring some talent over here that was ridiculous. Cliff, if you could hit this panel, please come on this panel. Man,
let me bring some cultural context to what we're talking about here. So when it comes to the baby boomers, right? The baby boomers were in, like, they were in a time where they were up under segregation. They was up under Jim Crow. But what did they have that we don't have? They had good ass jobs. Like and I'm talking about vast majority, right? So the baby boomers, for the most part, despite Jim Crow and all that, was pretty straight. So out of the baby boomers, when we got Gen X, started Gen X, 1965, the baby boomers were able to actually take care of Gen X for the most part. That's why Gen X think they the shit. You know what I'm saying? Gen X was able to go to college and do all this stuff because their parents, which would have been my grandparents, were making money, like good money.
MD, were the Evanses part of the baby boomers? Like James Evans?
The Evans was part of TV.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying because we always had this conversation, and you always talk about, oh, they had good jobs. They had good jobs. They wasn't making that much money.
Good jobs, but I'm saying the majority.
Well, relative to the time, yeah,
they was living in the project. Yeah, they were living in the project. So I'm not saying some of us was fucked up. Yeah, we was, but for the most part, in these places where we could go, especially during the Great Migration. When these families moved, that was the purpose of them moving. They were able to get these industrial jobs, these manufacturing jobs, and make a pretty good living. To the point where you get your different worlds. The different world is based off of that. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about the Great Migration, the baby boomers, able to actually provide for their families, they had a nucleus. It was the man and the woman, you know what I mean? And the Gen X, a lot of them was going to college. Some of them was on crack, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they won, but a lot of them were going to college, and then that's when the society started to change. That's when you start to get these more individualistic ideologies. You know what I'm saying? Most of our prominent quote unquote black people that we see today come out of that. When the society start to change, then you get up to your millennials. That's when the shit like really hit the fan in terms of ideology. You know what I mean? That'll be my generation and y'all generation. When the millennials, well, I don't know. Are you a millennial?
I told you the other day. I don't know.
Well, I will be considered a millennial. So when
I'm
the millennial,
43, so I don't know.
You might be early millennial like me. But when the millennials came on the scene, that's when like shit really started hitting the fan. Like my mom, my mom was in that position. My mom didn't go to college or anything like that. We were in and out. If we weren't in the projects, we was at most of the time living with my grandparents, who were the boom. So you know, I was on the opposite side of the fence. But a lot of my friends, their parents was college educated, coming out of that movement, and they were very, very individualistic when it came to how they thought. It's because the boomers wasn't bringing these kids up as no nucleus type shit, because it was an onset of a new beginning for black folk. We wasn't thinking about no family. We were thinking about trying to increase, mostly in education. You know what I'm saying? We were looking at the increase and the benefits of everything. So the parents was benefiting off of that. So I think that's where you get a lot of this ideology from, or a lot of this social thinking.
Oh, that makes a nice little connection for me, because we were talking earlier about, is white supremacy only white people? And I was telling you that it's that thinking that messed up black people. Because if you think before, we were always, okay, how can we do something as a community? How can we were building communities? We were building our own cities before they burned them and bombed them down. We were building our own banks, getting our own doctors. But once we started going to their colleges and getting their ideals and getting taught by their professors, we started thinking like them. And we started becoming a cog in the supremacy, which is why, and we can't survive that, which is why we're the way we are now.
All right. I want to, Michael, you know, I do this real good. I want to bring it right back around to where we originally started. I wish Cliff could come on, man. Cliff, we're talking about the Rihanna and ASAP Rocky photo and just the symbolism of it. So what do we feel? God, I can't wait to hear what Michael says. What do we feel about women being leaders in the house where there's a man present?
You're asking me?
Yeah, well, and just anybody.
Man, you know how I feel about that.
Is that such a thing? Juju, is that such a thing?
Baby girl. What do you mean?
A woman.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right. Well, all right, Michael, go ahead. A woman leading in the house where there's a man present.
You know how I feel about this. There is no such thing as a woman leading. You cannot have two leaders. There's no such thing as a co-CEO. There's no such thing as co-presidents. There's no such thing as, all right, bro, you do 12 to 9 and I'm gonna jump on at 9 and rock. It don't make sense. There needs to be one person in charge. And because of biology, it is the man. Like, I don't understand why this is even a point of contention for so many people.
But
it
she
is
makes
what
more
it is.
money than him. She makes more money than him.
Let me put myself out there. I was living with a woman. We had the exact same job, but she made more money than me because she spoke another language. And there was something else. She got like 2 or 3 increases for something, and I couldn't get them because I was just a regular black dude. And she didn't want to send our kid to daycare because that was when they were doing all that crazy stuff where they had like the 2-year-old daycare bully and people were dropping kids off at the changing table. So somebody had to stay home, and it made no sense for her when she made more money. Do you think I was less of a man because I stayed home for those couple months to raise my child? Do you think she could come in my house and tell me, hey, why you ain't sweep the carport? Not, bro, if being a man is only and solely based on you being the monetary person, you're not a man. I am a man regardless, my G. I am a man. Any woman that mess, I could be smashing Oprah right now. And she'll still be like, y'all hold on, make sure Mr. Mike get that big piece of chicken. Because I'm a man. It ain't got nothing to do with what I bring in the house. It got to do with how I am and who I am.
But Michael, she's more educated than you. She's a boss bitch. She's on her shit. She's black girl magic.
If she's a boss bitch, she wouldn't be in my house. I don't do boss bitches. I don't want to marry a boss bitch. A boss bitch can't do nothing for me but be an employee at best. What the hell do I want a boss bitch? Why do I want a woman that thinks the epitome of life is to be a boss bitch? Never in life has our people stood up and said, one day I hope my child can be a boss bitch. No mother has ever raised their kid up to the sun and said, I bequeath on you, Shaquita, be a boss bitch. Like, it's never fucking happened. It is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nobody wants to be a boss bitch. Only people want to be a boss bitch are people who are lost. If you've either been so much of a thought pocket that your body count is in the triples and you know nobody wants you, you're going to be a boss chick. If you got so much trauma that you put on yourself or gotten from other people that you know nobody going to want you, you claim you a boss bitch because you boss bitch is a finale. It's not an entrance. Boss bitch is what you become because don't nobody want you. Same thing when women go, I'm a 10. No, the fuck you're not. You're not a 10.
Uh-oh.
No, yo, most people in life that we've spoken to have never seen a fucking 10. Okay? That bad chick in high school that you couldn't pull, she's not a 10. She's not. You guys keep inventing what shit means. A 10 means, a 10 means a regular dude to walk up in front and be like, you remember when we used to watch the TV shows and dude would be like, that's a 10, bro. And ain't none of us ever did that. We'd be like, the most you ever got me do is, man, shorty over there bad as hell, bro. That's as good as a compliment I could give you. I've never stopped at a woman, looked at her, and been so awestruck that I couldn't make words. That's a 10.
Okay, well, me and you always argue about what a 10 is, but Juju, what's your views on submission?
Oh, nigga, don't let me start.
What's the question?
What's your views on submission in a relationship?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
being submissive, because
like, what's your definition of submissive?
Well, what I say submissive is knowing when to stand down and allow your man to lead and make the decisions, regardless if you make more money than him, regardless if you have more education than him. Mm-hmm. You still allow that man, no, and not even that you allow, you stand down and you let that man be a man and run his house without you always interjecting everything in it.
I mean, that's not a problem.
That's
not a problem. He's supposed
to. You're too easy. Where's guy knockers?
So what do you call just taking orders directly from the man? What's that called?
Well, that's bullshit
too.
A
child.
You don't. Ain't no man supposed to be ordering his woman what to do.
Yeah, you should just.
I just pose a question.
Yeah, that's.
I would know what to do.
MD, when I say submission, I don't like. I'm not saying like get your ass in there and cook my dinner. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, hey, there's a big financial decision that we got to make. Stand down. Let me handle it. Let me handle it. And
that's my problem with how some women are nowadays. It's like they want to take the smallest little 1% occurrence and make that like the mean. And that's not the way it works. It's like that. No, if you choose a man that wakes up and his first words are, bitch, go get my toothbrush so I can brush my teeth, that's you that has that problem. Like, why would you pick a man that thinks like that to be your man? Like, nobody is telling you to be a Stepford wife. No one is telling you to go find Mr. from Color Purple. No one is telling you to do that. I'm telling you to be a good woman, find a man that you see worth in, and then believe in that man. That's it. That's it. If you believe in the man you with, if you believe that he is the right man you chose, you're supposed to listen. That's what it is. Submission don't mean you wake up and you clip his toenails with your teeth. That's not submission. I don't know where y'all come up with this foolishness. You all want to be subjugated so bad. You want to be victims so bad. No, boo-boo.
Okay, so
Stop
my
it.
quick question then.
Give me the long question. I'll take all of them.
Yeah, come on, Juju. Get in there. Get in there.
So, okay, we understand all that. So what do you call a man that doesn't do all of that, but he allows his woman to do a little too much? Like, why will you call a man that sits back and allow his woman to be out there fighting or carrying or call herself a boss bitch or just out of control? What kind of man would you call that?
Not a man.
Not a man.
That's not a man. That's an old ass boy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
yeah.
not there's a difference. I keep telling y'all, you guys keep like I am not all right. I know you hear me speak and people think, oh my God, he must be this crazy militant dude. I'm not. I just tell the truth. So when I've been with women, any woman I'm with, they know how I am. She'll put on an outfit. She'll come in, baby. What you think about this? I'll look at it. That's cute. But this right here needs some shorts. You need some shorts on this. Okay, baby. Go put some shorts on. This good. You good. And then leave the house. I'm not making her do that. She respects me. And she knows, everyone knows that a woman is a representative of her man.
Michael,
Everyone knows.
One second, Michael.
Go ahead.
Hey, MD, hold the panel down real quick. I got to run real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Everyone knows that. A woman is a representative of her man. If you don't know that as a woman, and not you, I mean women, period, then you're slacking. Because I promise you, every time a man goes out in public and sees a woman acting like a thought or going crazy, the first thing he thinks, there's two things he thinks. First one, she got a nigga? She got a nigga out here making her act like this? And the second thing is, I wonder how much I got to do to smash this thought. Like, that's the two thoughts. One, if she got a man, because I want to see this lame ass dude so I can make fun of him. And if she don't have a man, oh, I'm about to smash this thought because she ain't worth nothing. She don't believe nothing in herself. That's how men look at you, ladies. So when you out there with some class, you out there and you not looking horrible, you're not out there with 93-pound bonnets expecting somebody to take you seriously. I know people get mad about the bonnet thing, but it's like, look, if you run into the corner store to get something, put a freaking hat on. The bonnet, it looks tacky. That's it. You guys used to get mad about dudes sagging their pants. What you think the bonnet look like? Like what
Juju, that's a question for you. So you said you like the lace fronts and everything. You know how much them damn lace fronts cost?
Hold on. Because I buy my own lace front. I wouldn't ask my man to buy my weave.
No. I ain't saying that, but no, I'm talking about with the bonnet. He said bonnets, right?
Yeah.
You know how crucial it is for that yaki to stay pretty silky. Is the bonnet appropriate to go out to the store with?
Fuck no.
Is it the end all be all for the yaki to stay silky?
Listen, there's a big difference between a lace front and a bonnet. A lace front looks nice here and there. I don't wear it every day. Anyway.
No, I'm saying, but the chicks have the bonnets on so they stuff stay right. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the air to hit the lace front like that.
I don't know. I think the bonnet looked tacky, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't go to the store with no bonnet on.
No, Juju, just call it what it is. It is tacky. It's
Yeah,
very
it do
tacky.
look kind of
It is.
tacky.
It's very
It's like,
tacky.
you know, somebody going out with a head rag tied up. You know, one of them crip colors and blood colors tied up around their head. I've seen women do that too. I don't know. It looks tacky on women.
When they take the bonnet off, the hair be luxurious. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it do protect your hair when you going to bed or you in the house.
So it's
Quotation,
no
going to
reason to
bed.
have the bonnet on walking to the store though.
I
No,
mean,
stop.
I don't judge them, but no.
No. Answer the question. No. Because you said it protects your head when you go to bed, which means that once you're not laying down, there's no reason to have it on, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
I say the same thing to the wave cap dudes. I'm a dude that got waves myself, and I tell them all the time: if you got the wave cap on for 365 days of the year, what's the point? You might as well be bald.
Yeah, you know something.
people.
Of course, you know if you're a corsair waver though, man, you know as soon as you take that do rag off, man, it start acting crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And I respect that, but what's the point of having waves if you never gonna show them? When you're going outside is when you're supposed to show them. Rock them, go outside, be fly, get back in the house, get the medium tone brush, hit it down, wrap it back up.
Yeah. If you go out, man, you got to put the super hold on it, man.
Yeah,
That's
I respect that. I respect that. But what is the point? I see dudes with them on 360. Like, bro, I never knew if you had hair. You might as well just cut it off. You're not showing it. What's the point of having a ball? What's the point of having 360 wave just to show them when you're around some other dudes with waves?
You're right.
Juju, I wanna ask you, and it's like in our culture, we can I say our culture? In our community,
We don't have no culture. You heard what I said.
Hey, we ain't bringing nothing from no other shows in here. No, in our community, do we glorify? Oh shit! Do we glorify? Wait, hold on, because saying her, yeah, nobody bring her up. I just want to make sure that okay, that is GTO. Do we glorify the? You know, I'm gonna wait till GTO comes on. Well, she can hear me. Do we glorify like the baby mama culture in our baby mama, baby daddy culture now? Because I remember when I was younger, women used to always introduce men like, "Oh, that's my husband. That's my wife. That's my this. That's my that." Now it's like, "Oh, that's my baby daddy." I do
want to say
that's my baby daddy. That's my baby mama.
Yeah, it does feel like it's being glorified more. Because I remember when even in middle school, you know, we would talk about marriage. You see the girls, oh, my future husband, and you know, we used to be excited talking about it. Now,
Juju, you gotta disagree with me some now. Come on now.
No, because it feel like it is being glorified though. But it's by both, because you meet men who say, I'm going to make her my child's mother, but you don't hear I'm going to make her my wife.
That goes back to what I asked MD earlier, you know, and again, MD, if it ever get too personal, just put the stop button. But
it's all good, man.
It's like you have 3 kids with the same woman, but you won't marry said woman. Like that shit is baffling to me.
No, I will not.
How long you guys been together?
I had my first child with her. When I was 22. That was so
15 years.
2000. Yeah, 2005 when I got with her.
Damn.
But like I said, it's a parasitic relationship. Like so, I wasn't with her, but you know, as a situation got to the point where, like, I had to be up there, and you know, I rented a house because, you know, situation was bad. So I'm just there, and you know, I ain't gonna say we don't screw around from time to time, but it ain't like that.
Oh, so you ain't been with her for 15 straight years?
No.
Okay.
I thought y'all like lived together.
Man, I thought you. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I thought y'all lived together. So, I again, I mean, it's what I always wanted, but I proposed to my wife in 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah, she fine. You see what she look like? But
hey, I have no comments on another man's wife. No, sir.
But no, seriously though, like it wasn't one of those things. I'd been in 3 other relationships before her. 8 years. I had just gotten out of an 8-year relationship, and I took a year and a half almost off just to be single, because I was like, damn, man, I've been in 3 long ass relationships. The common denominator is probably me. So let me take the time and get my shit together. And we ended up rekindling and getting back together. We had known each other since high school. We ended up rekindling, and in 6 months, I asked her to marry me. I think the whole getting together, man, I think the whole shit was done in less than a year, a little bit over a year. But anyway, sometimes you just know, like, and you know, so when you hear me ask you these questions, it's not me saying like, man, you better marry this woman or so. Sometimes you just know, because it's going to lead to my next question. But I want to hear, GTO got a lot of catching up to do, so I know I don't know what you've heard so far, but go ahead, you got the floor.
I think the divorce rate is so high because I think with your situation, like, I think you looking at it from I think you gotta look at it from a different perspective, Trevor. You actually have your shit together at some point, and it was actually mature you as a man to set that. Huh?
I didn't.
No, that's what I'm telling you. Even if you didn't have your shit together at the time, it was still mature you to try to get your shit together, period. A lot of men not going to do that. A lot of men not ready for that. You find what I'm saying? And women too. So I just think that I just have a different perspective on it. I feel like a lot of people in the community have so much personal growth to do. A lot of people just need to be single for a long time. I don't think it's good for us to rush into marriage and shit like that. I just don't think marriage is just the answer. However, because I feel like it's just going to end up in divorce. And then what you have is you have 2 people just sucking off each other basically because of the finances or whatever the fuck. Like, no, people at this time need to heal. Like, I don't think marriage is going to solve anything. Like, people just be like, oh, you're going to get married. I'm like, okay, but now you stuck to a motherfucker that's unhealed. You find what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people like you and your wife that have that level of growth, or who even before y'all got together is just like, yo, I need to make my own personal rehab. You know, that's rare. And I think we need to understand that.
So I need to ask you this then, Trevor, because now I'm intrigued.
And so by the way, GTO, one second, MD. By the way, I agree with you 1,000,000% on what you just said, just so you know. See, we don't disagree on everything.
So everybody agreeing. So now I need to ask you, Trevor. So when you and your lovely wife got together, was you a nigga?
No.
So you wasn't a nigga.
No, I was struggling. I was struggling.
Well, that's different from being a nigga. what was your wife?
And 1 second, and no, I didn't get with her to take care of me, because I know that's niggas gonna make that a narrative. No, I did not. But I just that financially, I wasn't making anywhere what I'm making now. So it was just like, yeah.
So with that being said, then in turn, when y'all got together, was your wife a nigga?
No. Listen. When me and my wife got together, you know what? Like, I often say this, and people always say that I'm trying to flex on them, but I believe in raising the black woman up and giving her flowers. I often tell people this. My wife elevated me. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. She the one raised me up for that. And you know what? And it didn't even take her saying anything. It was what I saw, her actions. When I met my wife already had like 3 or 4 businesses that she was doing. And you know, like the most boss thing I ever saw her do was we were going out on a date one time, and she was like, oh, I gotta go get some money from somebody owed her some money. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna go get the money. And this motherfucker pulls out a square. I don't know if y'all remember, at the time squares were real big. And I just thought that was like the most G shit, that she goes around with a square. And she was like, yeah, because for my business, people sometimes don't have cash. And that was before Cash App was a thing. She was like, people don't have cash. So, you know, they not going to say that they can't pay me because they got the card. But it's like, it's shit like that. When I saw on the phone. Yeah, I'm like, damn, I'm going telling my homeboys, I'm like, man, this motherfucking girl got a square in her, like shit like that, because the other girls that I used to deal with, them was niggas. Them chicks ain't. They ain't.
So that,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. So that's what I was actually trying to get you to lead into, because it sounded like, for the most part, your wife had already had her stuff together when y'all got together. So with that being said, using the title with the air quotes "boss bitch," will others look at your wife as a boss bitch?
They would have looked, if they called her that, they would have been labeling her that is wrong, because my wife has never looked at herself as no boss bitch.
No, I'm just telling how others would perceive her to be.
Okay, I see what you're saying, because it's like the nigga versus black man thing. Yeah, because some women would look at that and say that's a boss bitch. They'd miscategorize her. Yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely.
Bro, I think all of you just like separately, just like showed the problem. Like for men don't do what you did, Trevor. You said so many things in a row that I don't think a lot of people caught. Like you said, you were in 3 relationships back to back, and you realized, man, I might be the problem. So many people can't even take that accountability, even looking at themselves. Then you took a break. You paused off of Panani. You said, all right, let me chill a little bit. I gotta see what's wrong with. Let it go. You said, okay, all right, I'm gonna chill off and running these serial relationships. Let me learn about me and try to better me and rehabilitate me. That's something a lot of men can't do. And then you sat back and you watched and you made a better decision. That's beautiful shit. And then who was it? I think it was GTO saying that people need to learn how to be by themselves. I respect that. The only problem with it is if you leave all these people single, all they're really gonna do is act like they're in relationships with people, fuck them, and then have more toxicity in the world. I promise you. If nobody had any labels and they could just do whatever they want, it'd be a whole lot of fucking and a whole lot of babies out of wedlock and a whole lot of babies that nobody was taking care of. Kind of like now. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So just because you don't have a label on it, it doesn't change what people are gonna do. People are gonna fuck. That's what people do. It doesn't matter whether everyone that says, I'm trying to fix myself, I'm trying to be better, all that means is she's fucking dudes that she don't call her man. That's all that means. That's all that means. If I'm not dating with a purpose, all that means is I'm fucking. That's all that means to men. If there's a man that says I'm lying, they lying to themselves or they lying to you to get in your drawers. That's 2. And then, damn it, I was trying to remember. Y'all know I got ADHD. And then the third thing, it's gone. It's gone. But all I'm saying, those are the crux of the problem. Men need to learn to choose better and be better. And women need to, that's what it was. Women need to understand that it's your job. I sure do. My ADHD is bad. Women need to understand that it's your job to be the better gender. That's what we lost. Men have always been pieces of shit. I'm holding my hand up and accepting that. Since the beginning of time, when motherfuckers was running after hogs and beating them in the head and dragging them back to the cave, men have always been pieces of shit. Women have always been the better gender, and men had to realize what he saw, realize what it was, and then step himself up to be worthy of that. That's what man's job was supposed to be. The problem is women have decided, I'm so sick of seeing this dude get the fuck who he wants. I want to fuck who I want too. And then they downtrodden themselves to becoming men. And now when it's 2 men, just because one doesn't have one has a pussy, one has a dick, 2 people acting as men, there's no balance. And there's never going to be happiness. That's why life is the way it is now. There's nobody a man can't look at these boss bitches and be like, this is something I want to be better for. That shit doesn't exist anymore. I don't want to be better for a boss bitch. If I'm better and I'm with a boss bitch, I'm leaving her because I'm better now. What the fuck I need you for? You're a boss bitch. Yo, I just saw a chick tell me, they said if a man was a 10, but he told you he didn't like you wearing certain outfits, the chick said, oh, well, then I can't deal with him. No man's going to tell me. Who the fuck do you think you are that you can go through life and can't be told what to do? But you'll go to work and let that man tell you what to do all day long and shut your ass up to get that paycheck, but you're not going to be agreeable and nice at the house so you can have a peaceful life with your man in front of your kids? Why would I want to sign up for that, boss bitch? Be by yourself. I hope you name one of the cats after me that
a lot of them
get over with.
I can't disagree with him at all. You one of the ladies, y'all want to jump in real quick because I'm about to move the conversation somewhere else real quick.
Damn, Mike. We just love you on this panel. I agree. But okay. So is it her being a boss or just the attitude is what turns you off?
Attitude.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my, yo, being a boss. Okay, here's the problem. Boss bitch doesn't mean she runs shit. Boss bitch really means you're delusional. Let's be clear, because every chick that said, I pose a question to everybody on this panel. Do you know a chick who calls herself a boss bitch that's in charge of anything?
No.
No,
You're
not
fucking
really.
right. She's not. A boss bitch, she probably on her way to the club to beg a nigga for a drink. That's what boss bitches do. If somebody's, you remember when they say, they have that phrase, if you're something, you don't have to say it, people will know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know she ain't no boss. A boss don't go around and say I'm a boss. A boss walks down the aisle, and everybody turns and start doing work. That's how you know who the fucking boss is. A boss don't gotta walk around and say, excuse me, my name is so-and-so, I'm the boss from HR. That's not how it works. So if you gotta run around and scream, I'm a boss, bitch, I'm a boss, you're not. You're an inadequate little girl who doesn't like to be told that the things that she thinks are important are not. That's it. And I'm going to tell you and I'm going to shut up because I know I'll be going off. This is the problem with today. It used to be that people could, like, if you were sitting around a group of people and they were like, oh my gosh, I want this and I want that. And somebody go, that's crazy. You know, that's probably a 1 out of a million chance that could happen, right? People will go, man, that's crazy. That's a 1 in a million chance that you could win the lottery. So let me buckle down and learn these books and get an education and whatever. Today, it can be a 1% of a percent of a percent of a trillion, and every woman in the room thinks she's the special one. Every woman in that group thinks, oh, they're talking about me. No, boo, it's not you. You're not Beyonce. You're not Kelly Rowland. You're not gonna work. You're not gonna, oh, I could be a singer and I could do this. Bitch, I've heard you in the shower. You suck. You're not gonna be a singer. Go to class. Learn something. Be nice. Nah, I'm a 10. You're not a 10. Just because you lie to yourself does not make what you say the truth. I tell people that all the time. I can say the sky is orange and turquoise mixed. That doesn't make it the truth. So keep you boss bitches out there, this is for you. Keep telling yourself you're a boss bitch. Keep telling yourself when you 65 and you wait for that boss, what they call that shit? The package or whatever, when you get your money from the businesses you've had and all that shit. I would love to see the LLC payouts. I love to see all that shit happen because I bet you it's gonna say 0. You ain't getting shit.
So
I'm done.
All right. So, anybody had anything to add to that before I move on?
Raggedy heifers. All right, I'm done. They get on my nerves.
Nah, go ahead to the next segment, bro.
They ruining life, man. They ruining life. Y'all think I'm joking?
All right, I want to go back because GTO wasn't here at the beginning. I want to go back to the original thing, which is Rihanna and the A$AP Rocky and the symbolism that GTO. What does that? What when you look at that picture? What comes to your mind?
Yeah, I'm just happy that this man A$AP is finally not doing nothing really feminine like he usually do. I think that's his most masculine picture because he always doing, some sissy shit mostly. But like he wearing all black, he just holding his baby and holding Rihanna. I mean, I actually liked it. I mean, I ain't get to hear the discussion because I was definitely in the shower. But I mean, I like the picture. I ain't really see what everybody else seen. I seen that the manosphere was tearing it up, and I don't know. I thought it was weird.
Yeah, I honestly said I didn't have a problem with the picture because it's Rihanna. Rihanna's a billionaire. But I do see why people would have a problem with it because it just paints, it just pushes the bigger narrative that women are always being pushed in the forefront. And the black man always kind of has to play that role in the back. that's I get it. I get it because that's what I was seeing on Twitter. So I get it. I and you can't say that they're wrong for feeling that, because as men, we do know, black men also, we play secondary roles to everybody. So like everyone is above us, you know, or kids are above us, a woman is above us.
The kids, what?
Well, no, I'm just saying in the pecking order, the man is always last. We're
okay.
always last.
Oh, I know
We're
what you mean.
last.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
We're always last because we're expected to put our family first, which we should. We're men. But when men talk about that, you can't look at, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but you can't look at them and say that they're wrong. Because one thing about these platforms now, it gives us a voice to actually say what we feel. That's why I say to y'all a lot of times, I don't think if y'all really hear what men say, and I see some of my man cave fellas are in the chat. So if y'all ever really hear what men have to say, you know, everything may not be as peaches and cream as you think, because we have these spaces now where we could talk to one another without, you know, feeling like we're going to be judged. So I want to ask you guys, what's because you hear this a lot, and I have yet to have a woman to define this to me. What is toxic masculinity?
What is toxic masculinity?
I don't think it's a real thing.
Broad question.
I don't think it's a real thing, though.
Of course, it's a real thing.
I don't think.
Yeah, like you can't say it's not real, because
I mean,
men can be toxic just like women can be toxic. Like, hold on,
you can't define it.
I can define it.
Michael, I'm asking the women. You can't define it.
My bad.
That my mind is. I wasn't even thinking about that just now. Go, Mike. You defined it, because
y'all, you're not gonna
my
like
ADHD head ass. Just my mind is blank.
You're not gonna like my definition.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
It probably has something to do with the woman, but go ahead. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Toxic masculinity is anything that's against being a thought.
Oh, you're saying definition. Okay. I see where you're going. Yeah, okay. I thought you was going to say some shit like, okay, so you're saying that they call us toxic if we try to call them out on their bullshit.
Anything that is against them getting free dick and being able to fuck willy-nilly is toxic masculinity. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Look at anything anyone ever says when they talk about toxic masculinity. It has to do with them being able to fuck.
I disagree.
Go ahead, then let me hear it. I would love to hear it.
Disagree with Mike? Oh, shit.
I listen, I never heard of it until I got on YouTube, but I'm gonna take a guess that it's a man who just does too much. Like, you trying too hard to show that you're a man. We know that you're a man. Like, you have men on here. A girl could just call herself beautiful. She thinks she's, you know, an attractive woman. Oh, you're not. You're all right. Like, that's toxic. Why can't
someone? How is that toxic, Junior?
That's very toxic. Because why? What's wrong with her thinking she's beautiful?
It's subjective, though. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I just got to play devil's advocate. It's subjective.
I'll say what's wrong with it.
If she's just sitting there telling herself she's a beautiful woman, what's the problem?
But she's not.
He may not think she's beautiful.
She's not. She's online.
So there's probably other men who do think she's beautiful. And what's wrong with her thinking she's beautiful, like herself? Would you tell your kids that you're not beautiful?
It's not that she's telling herself that she's beautiful. It's that she's trying to tell the world, I'm beautiful and you need to accept that I am.
Toxic. Like, really?
No, it's not. Ma,
I'm
with Juju on that.
It's like men acting like they so emotionalist, like they don't have no emotion, them being stoic for no apparent reason. And then they use that stoic, creepy seriousness as a weapon. You find I'm saying, to not display emotion, not showing sympathy or empathy. You find I'm saying, what else? Sexual aggression towards women, using sex as a competition, using sex as a weapon, like all types of stuff. Like the way men on here play into the colorism. Men on here talking about it's reverse colorism after playing into colorism. You know what I'm saying? When darker skinned women speak out, it's like I could go on and on. Like that's
No,
such
you
a
could
broad
read from that list.
I would have to do a whole separate stream
Nah,
on it.
well, GTO. So hold on, because you said because I don't want you to go too far because I got terrible memory myself. But shit, look at that. I just forgot the first thing you said, and that's the thing I wanted to touch on. Man, see, I had it.
Hold
in
on,
my
let
head.
me write this down because I'm gonna do a stream on this nigga.
Yeah, because
That's a lot to think about. When you asked me, I said that's not just a question you just
oh my god, what was
answer
the
up
first
on the
thing she
fly.
said? Oh
It's
yeah,
she
okay.
read the
Now I
list on
remember.
Google. She can find it.
No, hold on. Now, now I remember.
Yeah, let me write this down, y'all. I gotta get my notes.
No, don't go nowhere. You said that.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here.
You said that men use their emotions. They're stoic.
I said their lack of emotion.
Yeah, hold on. They use their lack of emotion as a weapon. You know who we're using the weapon against? You guys from using it against us. You know that, right? Because it's when men show.
I'm talking about when our emotions is actually valid, and y'all just sitting up there like, well, why are you acting like that? Why are you crying? It's like, motherfucker, you did something to me first. I'm talking about when a man do something first, and we have a reaction to it. Like there's a thing called reactive. What is it called? Reactive domestic violence, where you reacting to the domestic violence that's happening to you, and everybody point and look at you like you crazy. That can happen verbally or just like in a conversation. It happens online all the time. You find what I'm saying? Women will react to something emotionally, and then the man just be like sitting there stoic and creepy. And just because he relaxed and cool, he want to make it seem like you crazy. It's just like, and then on top of that, men, they have this whole thing down pat, but sometimes they can bury it sometimes and act like it's okay. Be sitting there like, you know, on the inside, he know he wrong, but he not going to display that because he just want to be toxic and just try to get a one up in the whole situation.
Read that comment on the board because that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. Y'all make us feel like when we show emotion that we're weak. Y'all
it's 2023. Like men feel comfortable to wear nail polish. We ain't going.
Y'all call us bitches. Y'all call us
y'all can cry.
Niggas.
We ain't going.
Bitch ass niggas. Y'all call us weak pussy
but a lot
bitches.
of times men
y'all can cry.
Very feminine these days. I have to disagree with that. Men are very open about their emotions these days.
Exactly. Like, but I'm just saying, men now, I feel like men, period, they still use that as a weapon still. But I feel like
those
when
are the men you attracted to, boo-boo.
When
I wouldn't consider that toxic masculinity though.
Yeah, that's not toxic masculinity.
It's not.
Yeah, I may, you know, shy away from it when I'm in the presence of you, but then I may ball out when I get in the car. It's the presence of me trying to exemplify, especially if it's an authority type.
I'm talking about to do it to make us look crazy and stuff like that, and they be sitting there looking
why would
at
I do that to make you look crazy?
Yeah,
I'm saying, like you just said, you go on the car and ball out, like you're not displaying no emotions, like how I am, to make me look crazy. And I know deep down inside you hurting. Like, what you gonna go in the car and cry for? But you're not even responding to me or even going to admit that you're wrong. But you know that you're wrong in the situation.
That's the type of men you like. What the hell? Men don't do that.
If he just said niggas the type to go in the car and cry.
Hold on, GTO. Have you ever can you be honest? And can you be honest that maybe you made somebody in the past feel that they couldn't be vulnerable with you? And I'm just asking the question.
No, I don't think that.
Oh my God, you're killing me right now.
I'm a Pisces. I'm the most non-judgmental person. I'm the most non-judgmental sign in the zodiac. Okay, no, we ain't going. I'm not judgmental at all. You can cry on my shoulder and all that. Like, no.
I'm
and
sorry.
Then you call him a bitch ass nigga afterwards?
Thank you.
Hell no.
I try my best.
No.
Or bringing the shit up when shit get tough. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't do shit like that.
Yes.
I don't do shit like that.
When y'all get in the argument, that soft ass nigga cried at the Lion King, you bitch ass nigga. What?
And see, that's toxic. That's toxic femininity. When women do that, that's toxic.
That's just people being assholes. There's no such thing as toxic femininity or toxic masculinity. There are assholes in every community. That's all it is. Some people are assholes. The dudes you talking about, that's the niggas you like that know how to play your emotions. That's all they doing. It ain't no specific thing that's dedicated to men. Men don't walk around with a handbook like, okay, let me fuck her up like this week. I'm gonna fuck. It ain't like that. Toxic masculinity is just some bullshit that thoughts brought up so they can be thoughts. I'm trying to tell you. That's all it is. People, the same women who go, oh, why can't you share your emotions? The second you share your emotions, you a bitch. But if you don't share emotions, you're closed off. If it's people are assholes. Let it go.
And can
y'all
I say
stop
this?
trying to make everybody a label? Stop trying to make everybody special. Stop trying to make it seem like, oh, what he did to me is being done to everybody. Motherfuckers know your weaknesses. They play on it. That's all it is. The dudes are doing that to you. He know you emotional, and he know how to get that shit. He know how to make you feel away. It's up to you to stop doing that.
Can I say this real quick too?
Go ahead. I want to counsel him. I want to take in the corner and talk to him.
Y'all women created these toxic men. You guys created them with your constant coddling and your babying and having them lean on their mama for everything.
Or you're not able to display your emotions. Which one is it?
Well, is a little bit of both, but you guys create the scenario.
That means it's balance. Like you can't say like what?
Again, when I speak, you missed the first part of the show, so I give you.
I know what you mean. You just said two different things, though, Trevor. I gotta call you out on it, but I know what you mean.
When I say certain things, it's not that I'm. It's never general, but when I'm just saying it, it's just like whoever it fits has to wear it. So I'm just throwing out a bunch of different things, but yeah, in some cases, women do coddle their boys too much, which make them too emotional. But then other times, women project kind of like this boyfriend type complex on their sons, which make them emotionally unavailable for other women, and that's big in our community. I mean, I see not a lot. Ugh.
Or they like instead of embracing the truth, they go with the sweet sounding bullshit and then wonder why that's all they get. Like, think about it. F-boys couldn't exist if women could be logical. If women could go, how this nigga say he loved me and we've been on 2 dates? How does nigga want me to meet his mom and we smashed one time on a Thursday over drinks and he ain't called me in 2 weeks? But in their mind, and everything he's saying sounds so good. So he must care about me. It can't just be he wants more sex. But when a guy is honest with them, like, hey, ma, I dig you, but I'm not really sure if we're gonna be something serious. Man, I ain't worried about you. I got options. Okay, go get your options. And then the options end up being shit. That's why F-boys will always win. I've sat down and told a woman, hey, I really dig you, but I'm not sure right now. I need a little time to figure out what's going on between you and I. And she had another dude telling her, girl, he tripping. He don't know. He don't realize he's looking at a diamond. He's looking at a diamond right now, girl. You are all this, you that, you what? If he doesn't know what he wants right now, obviously he can't love you, girl. He can't know what. And then he fucked her a couple times and left on the side of the road. Because that's what the fuck happens. If y'all would stop falling for the okie doke, stop falling for these lame ass niggas who say the same game they've been running since middle school. I know it because I used to know these dudes. I went to school with these dudes who run the same game. Damn, girl, you know you looking good. What? They say that to you, and then next period say it to another girl in the next class. If y'all would stop falling for that shit, life would be a lot easier, I promise you. You guys ignore all the good men in the world and keep giving your pussy to these niggas who ain't shit, and then you cry about it. That's my problem.
And then they criticize Kevin Samuels for calling them out on their bullshit.
Facts. Or I'm an asshole because why are you saying that? Because of the truth. Well, I feel like it's not the truth. You can feel like you're not in your period, but you're still cramping. Ain't fix nothing. You can feel a whole lot of shit. I feel like I should be 6'7". I'm not. I'm 6'1".
Yeah, so
that was right out the damn Manosphere playbook. Right out the Manosphere playbook.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's out of the
because the Manosphere, they definitely don't have room to talk about anybody. But I'm gonna go back to what Trevor said.
How do they not?
Hold on, Michael. Let her go.
I'm gonna go there because I've been in that section, so they don't have room to talk. But
I'm a mute.
I'm saying with Trevor is, it's a natural thing for women to coddle their sons, obviously, because we have a lot of masculine men in the African community and stuff. Their mothers spoil the shit out of them. The problem is because of so many children being made with the other parent not wanting to be there, or they can't be there, or all the nonsense going on for whatever reason, because the man is not in the household. So the boy is going to act a little feminine being raised by the mother. Coddling their son is nothing new.
I agree.
And then second, okay, we're bringing up Kevin Samuels. I was a Kevin Samuels watcher because I thought it was funny. But again, this is somebody who had 3 failed marriages. This is somebody who their own children claimed he did not take care of them. This is somebody who died and didn't leave money to his family. So do we really
trick it off.
So do we really have to take, and he's not the only one. There was another manosphere person who died and left shit for the young girl he got pregnant. She had a baby and she didn't get nothing. She was on the GoFundMe account asking somebody to even pay for funeral.
But
So
Juju, does it make the I just want to ask you one question. You keep going. Does it make the information invalid though?
No, all the information is not invalid, but it's coming from both sides. We can't just sit here and be like, oh, women, they don't choose all good men. That's not true, because I knew a lot of men in high school that really said fuck the good woman.
We're not disputing that. Nobody said that's not true.
So it goes both ways.
You never heard me say that.
They can't get. That's just the honest truth. A lot of younger men and women, we both look at people we can't get. Our taste is high.
Ma'am, your job is to talk to the men. I'm talking to women. I'm not gonna talk to men because I ain't trying to have sex with them. You talk to the dudes. You handle that. And hold up, I want to go back in just a smidge of a second. I think that whole coddling thing is new. That coddling the men shit, it used to be, and it came because of the same shit that you're talking about, like the Woman King and the Rihanna playbook. I'm gonna tie all that shit together for you, bro. It's women used to know that they couldn't be men. Women used to know that they couldn't make a man. When you were young, they didn't go, well, mama's gonna show you how to do this. They would go, come on, we going to Uncle Earl's house. Come on, we going to your grandpa. Come on, I'm gonna take you around my friend. Come on, I'm gonna take you around this dude who's not your relative, but we've been calling him uncle for a long time, and I probably hitting him in the back, but don't say nobody. Just come on over to his house. He gonna show you how to hammer a nail. That's what it used to be.
That ain't coddling.
They would take you around somebody. They would show you. Now these women today, they think they daddy. They think I can do it better than a man. I'm about myself the Father's Day gift because I'm a man. No, you're not.
Well, no,
that's because the daddy not there, yo. You gotta
MD, he's saying, he's showing the parallel of the fact that the dad isn't there or a man isn't there as to why they are now coddling the kids.
Correct.
And well, I don't consider that coddling though. That's just substituting a misplacement. That ain't coddling. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Who is this?
No, I'm saying
Machizo.
They think.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, that's Machizo. He a dark side.
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
Listen. Now, hold up. This ain't it tonight. I don't want none of this bullshit. So if I let you on, we not doing none of this bullshit dark side versus arena shit. We having a
we're not doing the dark side. It's just too much. We already exhausted ourselves.
Hold on. I made that loud and clear at the beginning. We're not doing that. So if I let you on, we're not bringing up no dark side shit. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, again, like I said, I don't look at that shit as coddling. Like that's like I said, that's substitution. That ain't coddling. You know what I mean?
That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to. If I can't show a girl, if I'm raising a daughter by myself and she starts having her period, I'm not gonna assume I know all the ups and downs of menstrual cycles. I'm gonna take her to my auntie. I'm gonna take her to a grandma. I'm gonna take her to a friend that I have. That's what women used to do. It's just now they decided, man, I'm the man, so I'm gonna show him how to do this. I'm gonna be this. I don't need no man. That whole I don't need a man thing, it is madness. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Here's my pushback on that though, Mike.
Go ahead.
So I believe that and Juju and GTO might agree, they may disagree. It's some dudes that can get some play with that, man. Well, I got dudes got daughters, man, and they'll do their hair or whatever, and women will find that shit very attractive.
I do that.
Oh my
I do my
God.
baby's hair, and women find it attractive all the time.
So that would that not be a form of substitution?
No, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Substitution is what you're supposed to do. If a woman doesn't have a man or a man doesn't have a woman in their life, you're supposed to put somebody in that place for them. You don't go, I'm not going to go, I can teach my daughter how to put a tampon in better than any woman, so I don't need a woman.
That's kind of extreme. I just use the hair, you know what I mean?
All right, my bad. But even so, before YouTube, you would go to a woman's house and she would show you how to do it. I'm not going to take no lessons from you on how to do a box braid.
Right, yeah.
And try to get the lace front work.
I wanna welcome.
You gonna put the lace front on your
I wanna welcome Machizo to the panel. I don't know who this is, but y'all know him. So what's going on? Him or her? Sorry about that. I don't know. Yeah. Unmute yourself.
Yo, that beef must be serious, boy.
Yeah. Power to the dark side.
Yeah, we ain't. It's not. It's just too much. We're not doing that. Just, no.
Okay.
No, I don't want to bring it up. Not on Straight Talk Sessions. It does not get brought up.
They hate me, right?
I don't know. You got to go over there and check them out.
Too much work.
Yeah, man. We on some different shit over here right now. Where's Black Son? I know he's in the chat because he's chatting stuff. But I saw a comment. What does that say? That's why I advocate.
I think that's GTO did that.
Okay, I'm thinking because I don't know. Okay, because I didn't know if that was you or Black Son. I'm like, no, Black Son wouldn't say nothing like that.
Black Son would not advocate for the Queen. Hell no.
Who is the Queen Maker? I don't even know what that is.
I've been sharing her content or whatever. I'm gonna review her. I'm gonna do a stream on her. I like her.
What is she though?
She like a feminist. She a feminist content creator. She been in the space for a minute or whatever. But her that's the video that I did on her versus Cynthia G. Like everybody was saying, she should.
That's who you.
And I said they completely different. So why would they work together? And everybody was like, they basically have the same matches. I said no. Cynthia G. She focused on the race shit. You know what I'm saying? She don't. You know, I was just like,
so you saying women should be single though, GTO? So you know what we
I feel
doing
like
with
it's
these
too
children?
much. It's overwhelming. Like it's not really working. Like basically, what Mike just said that is it's not gonna work. I just feel like
So what we doing? So what we doing with the children though?
Huh?
What we doing with the children?
What you mean with children?
The ones that y'all gonna keep having.
Keep raising fatherless kids.
Who gonna keep raising fatherless kids?
He asked a question. I'm not talking.
We need to
about
stop having kids. Who said anything about having kids? We need to stop having kids.
Even if you're single, you're gonna keep having.
So we gonna go extinct is what we doing.
Exactly.
I ain't say all that shit.
Just to prove.
I just said we need to stop having so much goddamn kids. That's why I'm happy the birth rate is dropping. Like the fuck.
We need to stop having so much sex. We need to be more selective of who we give our seed to. So more selective of who you let inside you.
Listen,
yes, that's how I feel. And then would nobody be fucking if that was the case? Because the whole community is just like, listen, everybody fuck for real.
Everybody needs to stop fucking for real. Go ahead, Juju.
I agree on celibacy. I've done it for years. That don't bother me.
Oh damn! I was gonna take Juju out. She done messed the whole thing.
So Juju, gynocracy. Whose responsibility is it for birth control? The man or the woman?
I feel like it's both of them for real. I don't think it's just one.
Listen, if the woman don't want one, she definitely should go get that birth control.
Yeah, I agree. Because I love the pill. I ain't even gonna hold you. Because I don't never want to see my period ever again. I love that shit. I don't never get to see it. I'll be like, yes.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's wild.
You feel me? That's hard, but I ain't mad at it though. If I had to leak, I'd be mad too.
So I'm saying, and that goes back to my point earlier. I said, you know, it definitely should be up to the woman to decide, you know, like how she gonna get rocked. You know what I mean? If she telling me I gotta wear rubber, look, at the end of the day, I gotta strap up. I ain't got no choice if I want to hit. You know what I mean? So with birth control, that's you giving up an advantage. That's you losing ground. Kind of in a way, you know what I mean? Because that's you basically overtly saying, listen, like I'm gonna still be sexually active, and I'm not gonna give any requirements to this man to be sexually active. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just get on the pill. Now, if you're in a relationship, that's different. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if you claiming to be quote unquote single, and you on birth control, that mean okay, yeah, I'm single, but I still plan on having sex. What requirements am I gonna give this man in order to have sex with me? You know what I mean? You giving up one by being on birth control. I look at it like that.
What you mean you give up what?
A requirement. Safe sex. I ain't saying you still can't have sex.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I ain't saying you still can't have sex because I mean you got VD to deal with too. So
hello.
You know what I mean? I ain't saying you're giving up sex.
About that.
I thank Jesus every day. I ain't never caught nothing. Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So you know, it ain't like you still ain't gonna tell the dude, hey, look, like you got to go and strap up. You know, I ain't saying that, but kind of in a way, you are giving up a requirement because you taking part of the risk out the way. You know what I mean? So to Mike's point, like maybe we need to be more selective.
Way more selective.
Yeah.
I get tired of hearing people say, he was different after he had the baby. No, boo-boo, that's who the fuck he always was. He was always not responsible. He was always irresponsible. He was always that person. It's just now the responsibility's thrown in his face so he could be a bitch. Any woman that's ever been with me, to the point where I know women today who want to have my kid because they know for a fact I could never leave my child. I could hate the woman who had my child and I'll make it work. Matter of fact, do you know what I did today? You know what I did today? My daughter's birthday is on Sunday. Today, I picked my daughter up from school, took her to her mother, my ex-wife's job, and we had a lunch together with me, my ex-wife, and my daughter, so my daughter knows that she has a unit around her. That's what I did today. Because I was selective about who could or could not have my child. We're at a point where we're not together. She has a whole new husband, a whole new baby, but there's no vitriol. Because I was selective about who I gave my seed to. I don't have women out here who have my kid and it's like, I can't stand this bitch. Oh my God. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? My family ain't getting pregnant by somebody. It's like, I can't stand him. Well, you look like your father. I can't stand you too. Like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard a woman say in my life. If you can't see this person being a father to your child, you should not be having sex with them. I don't care how fine they are. I don't care how nice the Lexus Jeep works. I don't care how nice the G-Wagon look. You should not be fucking. Period. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, we know that'll never happen.
That is.
So we coming up on the 2-hour mark. So what I'd like to do, especially when I have a bunch of people on, I want to throw around some questions, just get your real quick answers before I shut down. So I know I'd keep this under 2 hours, man. It's been a tremendous conversation, just like I knew it was. And thank you guys thank you to my queen wifey for telling me go ahead and do the show, because I wasn't going to do it tonight, but she convinced me to do it tonight, and it turned out just as good as I thought. Not as dramatic, but that's fine. You don't always need a drum. So I want to ask you guys a question, just round table, quick answer. Should a man ever have to fix his own plate if he has a woman?
It depends, bro. Like, it depends on the situation. I'm not.
I think it depends too. Like, if she coming home from work late, if not, yeah, she should fix his plate.
All right, we not picking and choosing little specific moments.
She should fix his plate. Generally speaking, yes, she should fix his plate.
Okay, we good then. We good.
All right.
Yo, they be trying to fight being women. You want to be soft and be sweet. Stop fighting.
That's the thing I find out about a lot of these women, man. You could tell deep down inside they really want to be all soft and feminine, but it's like society done created these monsters, man, where they feel like they got to be men. But anyway, so here's another thing. If sex can make men marry you, then all prostitutes would be married. A man stays where he's well loved, not where he's well sexed. What do you guys have to say about that?
That ain't true, bro. A prostitute having sex for money, big dog.
Well,
That
they
ain't
said it.
true.
Well, they're saying if sex could make you.
No, you missed the point.
Yeah, he's saying that if sex would make a man marry you, that's all they're saying. Because prostitutes stay getting fucked. I mean, let's put it what it is.
And they're good at it.
Where'd you get that from?
It's just random questions I'm being thrown.
You missed the point. He's saying if sex could make a man marry you, all prostitutes would have husbands. And they don't, because sex don't keep nobody. Good coochie ain't never kept nobody with no ring. Even if he might come back around. He'll definitely come back around.
I still ain't rocking with that. I still ain't.
I don't agree with that.
And that's fine.
Because unfortunately, I do know a lot of prostitutes with a husband, unfortunately.
Yes, but they're not married because of how they have sex.
True, you're right.
They're married because that guy saw something in them. I'm telling you, the woman who had the best vagina, I call her Kryptonite Coochie. She know who she is. I hope she's not listening. Sorry, my dog. But I slept with her twice, and I will never touch her again, and she knows that.
What?
Bro,
me and No, we done had some of the finest in the world, and after we finish, we feel a certain type of way. Like, damn, like, you know, it don't matter how fine she was or how good it was.
Yo,
especially when it's just a hit.
Yo, post-nut clarity is the realest thing in the world. I have busted one and looked over and been like, "What have you done to yourself, Michael? What did you do to yourself?"
A lot of cheating could be solved if you just jack off. Like I'm
facts.
I'm telling you, like if you just be like, you know what, I want to cheat on her, but let me go and jack off right quick. Yeah, that post-nut clarity is that post-nut clarity is a motherfucker.
That's a fact. I'd be like, man, she's so fine. I busted nut, man. I ain't even filed my taxes yet. Let me go home.
Hey, hold up, DTO. Why did you just call me toxic? Like, what did I say? That was
playing. I was just playing. I wanted to know why you was rejecting what what's the name said. I was just playing. I've been made that comment. You late.
At the end of this, Juju and GTO, y'all gonna realize Michael and MD are the bad ones. I'm the good guy on this show tonight because I ain't said nothing crazy. Them two,
sir.
Man,
I am
MD,
not a bad guy.
I gotta think about. I gotta look at you twice now, man. You cold, man.
I like I said, when it comes to a relationship, I just like me because of my work and what I expect. It may be considered toxic to some female. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna make sure everything good to go.
MD, are you honest?
All
with
systems
her?
go.
Are you honest with her? Does she know you're not marrying her?
Who?
Whoever, like the lady you have the kids with.
Man, listen, ain't nothing going on.
No,
you know
that's what you said. Does she know you're never gonna marry her?
She know all systems go. Ain't nothing going on.
See, my fellow
it ain't nothing going on, bro.
My fellow man cave agreeing that post-nut clarity is a scientific fact.
Fact.
Shout out to the man cave for coming over. I see 3 of my man cave members in the chat, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, she ain't worried about me. I ain't worried about her. We all right, man. We all right.
Well, then that's all you can ask for. Honesty is all you can ask for. And I'm the other side. I wasn't no gangster. I was Trevor will tell you, he's known me since we were what? 3rd grade, 4th grade?
Yeah.
I ain't no super duper Mac or whatever. I'm the dude who was 8 years old thinking about, I can't wait to find a wife. I just want one woman. I just want one woman. That was always me. I wasn't thinking about getting all these chicks. Like having a bunch of chicks never seemed appealing to me because I thought it was just a bunch of work. Like, you know how hard it is to keep one woman happy? You want to do 2 and 3? Hell no.
So last question. We're approaching that 2-hour mark. And I really want to hear y'all honest opinions about this, especially the women. So he cleans his own house, he cooks his own food, he pays and manages his own bills. As a woman, what else can you add to this man's life other than sexual activities?
Wait, you say he cooks his own food?
He cooks, he cleans his own house, he pays his own bills. So as a woman, what do you bring to the table besides sex?
Nurturing, emotional support. Yeah, that's it.
Nurturing to who?
So this man, like he nurturing, like
What you gonna do?
I'm
Put a
nurturing
titty in
him.
their mouth? What you
Yeah,
mean
how
by
you gonna
nurture?
nurture a
Like,
baby,
yeah.
bro?
You just
Yeah, how
said
you
no
gonna
sexual favors, no sexual things going on. So
how
I'm
you
just
gonna
saying,
nurture
like,
a grown man?
I don't know, he might like,
That means
I guess
like
a
a
listening
open
ear.
door. You know, you're just being there for him.
Yeah, like what?
Peace. You're being his peace. You're just bringing,
There
whatever.
it is. I
Oh,
knew
so
Juju was gonna say the
I
word.
need added income. What about that? Added income. That's
That's what I
one.
was.
That was funny.
But you see what just happened though in that last question, how they kind of struggled to find answers when if the question was asked the other way, the man would have to have a foot long dick. He'd have to have an 800 credit score.
Nobody care
He'd
about
have
your dick.
to
Nobody care
do
about your dick.
this, and he'd have your list for him would be so friggin' long. What he would have to bring to the table. Whereas
You don't know that. You know.
I just asked a simple question and y'all was like,
Well, you already put everything that you said he already cool. So I mean, I guess
so
I'll
women
give a
don't
massage when he get off work. You
but
know,
that's all like shit that
rub
should be
his
done regardless.
feet.
What else do you do to add value?
You feel what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
won't
listen
have
to
to
me.
clean up no more his own house. I'll help clean up.
He already cleans his
I'll
own
be
house.
in there. So what? He not gonna have to do it no more.
What do you guys add? What do you guys add more than just sex and domestic shit?
Other than domestic, I said be his peace.
And be quiet.
Yeah,
No, I ain't said Juju.
Hell, it was quiet before you got there.
Juju.
Exactly.
Come on, Juju. You know I would never say that.
Hey, that was funny as shit.
But that's a good question though. Like what do you bring? What other value do you bring besides
Like we gonna let him cry, like cause y'all said that y'all mothers wouldn't let y'all cry. So we gonna give him a shoulder to cry on.
My dad raised me, so
we gonna be his therapist. You feel what I'm saying? I might, I don't know. Like, I can spiritually heal him. I'm a spiritual healer. I'll pray over him. Like. Mm-hmm.
I never got that. Be somebody's peace. I never got that.
MD strike me the type people like give me head every day, shut your mouth. I don't know.
And shut the hell up. And like I said, it ain't like I'm not trying to be like like I'm James Evans or something goddamn body. You know what I mean?
MD is James
You
Evans.
worse than him. You worse than it. The way you talking, you worse than James Evans. You would say like what?
Yeah, James Evans was pretty cool, man. But no, it ain't like that, man. It ain't like that. Like I said, me, I look at a relationship like, and then go back to peace. If I wanted peace, I'd be by my goddamn self. That's the ultimate peace. So I never understood when a woman say, "Yeah, I can be at peace." Like, I need it. Like I said again, if I'm being in a relationship, first and foremost, lay out this business plan for me, and then we can get going. You know what I mean?
You need a business plan because what's going on with you, MD? We ain't going.
What you mean? So I'm saying, if you don't want to get no business plan, if you want to be, you can be stay at home. I ain't got no problem with that either. But get ready for James Evans, if that's what you want to be.
The kitchen and the bedroom. The kitchen and the bedroom.
Like, your situation is just unique.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with that. Bring your ass over. And commit. Like, I ain't got no problem with that.
I do got one last question. I let y'all go too because I know MD been talking all damn day. I do want to ask y'all one question. Something that me and GTO was going back and forth in the chat, but again on the chat you can't really get your feelings out. So last thing, what's more important to you guys in the relationship, being wanted or being needed?
Both.
Can't be both. I asked you a question. What's more important?
Neither. Then I just be by myself. I said both.
I say being wanted because I don't want anybody needing me.
Yeah, I would want is more important.
What you thinking? Well, we know what MD. MD don't want nobody needing him. Is
Oh no, he don't want no bro.
Yeah, because
He
his
want a need.
situation, yeah. That's why I said he's speaking from his situation.
Yeah. Need is like, bro, like, yeah, I don't need a goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
You don't. Yeah, you
My
don't want anybody needing.
kids need shit. No woman need nothing from me. If you don't want me, I don't need to be. See, that's why I trick off, because you ain't gotta worry about none of this stuff. You know what I mean?
You pay them to go home.
You trick out. You got to get you a formulated roster. That's how I do it.
I love MD, man.
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing random. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You get you a formulated roster. You set up a rapport with them and then go accordingly. That's how I do it.
MD got his little red pill side showing a little bit.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
This situation fucked you up, MD. You is toxic. Yeah, I was right. Highlight that comment. Where it say MD toxic? Yeah. What are you talking about? I was right the whole time.
What you think, Michael?
It's coming out.
I'm torn because if you're needed, that kind of gives you some solidity. Like, if a person needs you, they ain't going nowhere. But they can always develop the skills to not need you anymore. But if somebody wants you, they could easily not want you in the future. So I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'm a little torn. I don't know. Because I love to be needed, because that shit, as a man, it feels good for a person to need you. Because that's as men, we provide. That's what we do. So true, but you also want the person that is in charge of your kids to want you to feel like that person needs you too, so they're not going anywhere. But I want her to want me too. Somebody needs you and they fucking you, you're getting slave sex. That ain't really the same thing as like once. I don't know. I can't give you this. The first time you got me stumped, bro.
See, what's the classic line when a chick hits you up? I need some dick. Or do you need my dick, or do you just need some dick?
See,
you know what I mean?
She needs another one.
She ain't say yours. She just need dick, period. But I want her to need my dick.
That's not a need. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, you exactly. Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Hey, thank you. This was tremendous. Again, just like I figured it would be. I thank you guys for coming on to the panel. Thanks to everybody in the chat and those watching in the clouds. Hey, it's only going to get better, man. I think this was a really good conversation tonight. I know Black Son said he didn't want to, he didn't really want to deal with this, but I know he's listening. Yeah, man, just good to finally get some clarity, man. So thanks, Juju, MD, Michael, GTO. Thank you guys for coming on. Y'all got any final words before I close out?
Mike, I see Passport Brother in the future with you. I see it.
That hurts my feelings, because I was trying to get a ride up to your house.
That's a hell of a ride.
24 hours. Only take 24 hours.
Well, hold on. Let me defend that. First off, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't need to be a passport bro, because women like me. I have a personality, and I'm not a lame, and I ain't never been a F-boy. So I don't have a problem getting a woman. I just need to find the one. And I don't think she's not a black woman. She could be. I don't think my beliefs are that extraneous or that out of the blue or that like strange. They're not crazy. I mean, have I said anything that you would be like, I can't fuck with him? Like, what did I say?
Mike, I was joking with you.
I know, but I like to converse. Don't start this pillow talk if you ain't gonna lay down with me.
Yeah. Y'all say you got the manager. You can fire up another stream for this, because I got to shut it down.
My bad.
I've been on 2 hours, man. I can't. Yeah, he ain't going too much.
My bad.
Longer.
Juju do something to me. My fault.
This nigga over here. Y'all, MD, GTO, y'all got any parting words?
Nah, I was just saying, man. Good show, man. It been a hell of a day, I guess.
I know. God damn, MD, you've been on what, about 10 hours, huh?
No. He started that live stream up like at 6 o'clock, something like that. So it's been about 6. So yeah, it's been a good 6 hours.
Hey, I wanna thank you ladies. You ladies actually brought. I do things with ladies and they are like airheaded as hell, and it's annoying to have to talk to somebody who claims to be an adult to not have a viewpoint. It's very annoying. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, gentlemen. We don't always have to agree, but we always got to be real, and that's all I ask for from my brothers. Much appreciated. Thank you for having me.
No doubt.
No problem, man. No problem.
Yeah, MD, take your ass to bed, man.
Well, I didn't even realize it was after midnight. Damn.
All right.
All
Good
right,
night, y'all.
Yeah, good night, Juju. Well, let me get my outro. Well, there you have it. Episode 4 of the Straight Talk Sessions. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed recording it. Excerpts of this